The Sundarbans, the largest contiguous mangrove forest in the world, sprawls across the southern deltas of Bangladesh and India, an awe-inspiring intersection of land, water, and life. Encompassing over 10,000 square kilometers, this unique ecosystem is a tapestry of tidal waterways, mudflats, and salt-tolerant mangrove trees. Its origins are tied to the confluence of the Ganges, Brahmaputra, and Meghna rivers, whose sediments, carried over centuries, have sculpted a vast, fertile delta. But the Sundarbans is far more than a geological marvel. It is a living, breathing entity driven by the rhythmic forces of monsoon rains and tidal ebbs. These forces not only sustain its rich biodiversity, but also define the lives of the millions of people who live on its periphery. The monsoon, in particular, acts as a celestial architect, replenishing the forest's lifeblood and renewing the delicate balance between land and water that is essential to its survival. The annual monsoon season, stretching from June to September, is both a blessing and a challenge for the Sundarbans. Torrential rains cascade from the heavens, swelling rivers and flooding the plains, transforming the forest into a surreal labyrinth of submerged trees and shimmering waterways. The monsoon brings with it silt-laden waters, enriching the soil and nurturing the mangroves that dominate the landscape. These mangroves, with their gnarled roots and salt-tolerant adaptations, are the guardians of the delta, stabilizing the fragile coastline and protecting inland areas from erosion and storm surges. The dynamic interplay between freshwater and brackish water creates an ever-shifting environment where the salinity levels fluctuate with the tides and seasons. This delicate balance fosters an ecosystem of unparalleled complexity, where species ranging from microscopic plankton to apex predators thrive. Among the Sundarbans' many inhabitants, the Bengal tiger reigns supreme. These majestic but elusive creatures have become symbols of the forest's untamed spirit. Unlike their counterparts in other habitats, Sundarbans tigers have adapted to the tidal environment, often swimming across rivers and hunting prey in dense, waterlogged thickets. Yet their coexistence with humans is fraught with tension. The tigers of the Sundarbans are notorious for occasional attacks on local villagers, a behavior believed to be influenced by the scarcity of natural prey and the proximity of human settlements. These man-eating tigers inspire both fear and reverence among the forest's human neighbors, who often invoke spiritual rituals to seek protection from these powerful predators. Despite these challenges, the tiger population plays an essential role in maintaining the ecological equilibrium of the Sundarbans, ensuring that its intricate food web remains intact. The mangroves themselves are a cornerstone of this ecosystem, their tangled roots offering refuge and sustenance to countless species. Beneath the forest canopy, a hidden world flourishes. Fish dart among submerged roots, crabs scuttle across muddy shores, and shrimp larvae find sanctuary from predators. Above, the skies come alive with the calls of birds, from colorful kingfishers and bee-eaters to rare raptors like the white-bellied sea eagle. The Sundarbans' waters teem with life as well, hosting estuarine crocodiles, river dolphins, and an array of aquatic creatures. This remarkable biodiversity underscores the Sundarbans' status as a global biodiversity hotspot, a place where every organism, no matter how small, contributes to the larger ecological tapestry. For the human communities living on the forest's edges, the Sundarbans is both a provider and a peril. Villagers rely heavily on the mangroves for their livelihoods, venturing into the forest to gather honey, fish, and firewood. However, these activities come at great risk, as they must navigate not only the treacherous terrain, but also the ever-present threat of tiger attacks and natural disasters. The monsoon season, while a time of abundance, also heightens these dangers. Flooding, cyclones, and tidal surges can devastate homes, farmlands, and lives, forcing communities to adapt continually to the Sundarbans' shifting realities. Despite these hardships, the people of the Sundarbans have developed a profound understanding of their environment, crafting traditional practices that enable them to coexist with this untamed wilderness. The Sundarbans is not just a local treasure, but a global asset, performing critical ecological services that extend far beyond its borders. Its mangroves act as a natural buffer against the increasing threat of climate change, absorbing carbon dioxide and mitigating the impacts of rising sea levels. They also serve as a frontline defense against cyclones, their dense vegetation reducing the force of storm surges that might otherwise wreak havoc on coastal communities. Additionally, the Sundarbans plays a crucial role in supporting fisheries, both within the delta and in the adjacent Bay of Bengal, providing food security for millions. These invaluable contributions underscore the urgency of preserving the Sundarbans in the face of mounting threats, including deforestation, pollution, and the effects of global warming. The challenges facing the Sundarbans are immense. Rising sea levels threaten to submerge large portions of the forest, while salinity intrusion disrupts the delicate balance that allows its unique flora and fauna to flourish. Cyclones, now more frequent and intense due to warming oceans, pose a constant threat to both the mangroves and the human communities that depend on them. Human activities, including illegal logging and unsustainable shrimp farming, further exacerbate these pressures, eroding the resilience of this vital ecosystem. Efforts to address these challenges are underway, with governments, conservationists, and local communities working to implement sustainable practices and protect the forest. Initiatives such as reforestation, community-based tiger conservation programs, and climate adaptation strategies offer hope for the Sundarbans' future. Ultimately, the Sundarbans is a testament to the power and fragility of nature, a place where the forces of water, earth, and life converge in an intricate dance of creation and destruction. It is a landscape shaped by extremes, where survival demands resilience and beauty coexists with danger. For the millions who call its edges home, the Sundarbans is both a sanctuary and a challenge, a place where livelihoods and lives are inextricably linked to the rhythms of the forest. For the world at large, it is a symbol of nature's ability to adapt and endure, as well as a stark reminder of the need for sustainable stewardship. As the monsoon rains continue to nourish this remarkable ecosystem, the Sundarbans stands as a beacon of biodiversity, resilience, and the enduring power of life in the face of adversity.